All right, Mr. Chung, you are here on position 21. We have Mr. Williams here. Um, I know we have our virtual calendar that we are in the midst of. And what exactly do we need to address today, Mr. Williams?
Judge, we need to sit down for trial and have rent paid into court.
Okay. And so I have your answer, Mr. Chung, which says you don't owe money to the landlord. See attached defense's answer and counterclaim. So you've attached these documents. Is that part of the motion to transfer?
That's correct, Your Honor. My
All
defense
right,
is that, oh, okay.
go ahead.
My defense is that this court lacks jurisdiction. I filed a compulsory counterclaim for $58 million based on systemic fraud that renders the lease void ab initio. Under OCGA section 15-10-45, subsection D, because a counterclaim exceeds your $15,000 limit and arises from the same transaction as the eviction, this court must transfer the entire case to the Superior Court. I respectfully ask for the transfer order. I'm prepared to pay the transfer costs immediately to expedite the process.
And Judge, we would oppose any transfer of the case. He's going to have to make a probable cause showing that.
Well, yeah, let me hear from him first. How did you arrive
Oh.
at that very specific number of damages?
So they were acquired by Blackstone. So 1% is the standard for a deterrent for any sort of punitive damages. They acquired them for $5.8 billion.
Okay, that has nothing to do with you. So what are the damages that you sustained?
The systemic fraud. Also,
What
respectfully,
fraud?
Your Honor,
Because
have you had the chance to look at the exhibit list?
I see the exhibits that are here. So what exhibit would you like me to direct me to that deal with particularized damages that you have experienced and endured?
Well, Your Honor, respectfully, these merits and arguments regarding the fraud claim, this court lacks the jurisdiction to weigh that evidence. So the entire
That's not your
case must
decision
be
to make. You can't just slap a number on a piece of paper and get it sent to whatever court you want. There has to be a showing that there is a substantial basis for the claim that you're making and the number you've chosen. And
You're
so what I'm
absolutely
asking you is what is in your documents that I can look at now to help understand that.
So if we look at exhibit C,
That was B as in boy,
C as in cat.
C as in cat. I'm sorry. All right, one moment. I have that loading now.
So I got a dismissal order for the prior dispossessory warrant, which is failure to properly serve the defendant, which was dismissed without prejudice.
That was signed by Judge Block around December 3rd. I see that.
That is correct. And then once we move to exhibit D, we see the satisfaction of judgment on the same case that was dismissed. You see where I'm going, Your Honor.
Okay. And how does that damage you?
I haven't spoke to the counsel or attempted to speak to them because I was willing to reasonably come to a solution. I told them about home ARP, which they have recommended themselves.
Okay.
And because of this chaotic filing, which is also, if you look at the signature of Abby Hart and the signature of Abby Hart from exhibit D.
I'm asking you one more time to explain to me how this has negatively impacted you. The case was dismissed and there were documents reflecting that you did not owe money. What I do not yet understand is how this has negatively impacted you in an amount that is roughly 50,000 times the amount of the money that was in question.
They have sabotaged me from getting home ARP. This is a bigger case. Once again, Judge, I'm telling you, this is out of your jurisdiction. If you want to dismiss it or whatever you want, it's going to be appealed. I can't speak any further on it. So I just wanted noted for the record, because this court lacks subject matter jurisdiction over the counterclaim, any ruling other than a transfer violates OCGA section 15-10-45 subsection D and prejudices my rights in superior court.
So your claim is that you were deprived access to the home ARP program because this case was what, either pending or incorrectly recorded or both?
Respectfully, Your Honor, there is nothing more I need to say. The merits and arguments regarding the fraud claim, this court lacks the jurisdiction to weigh the evidence. So the entire case must be reserved for the superior court.
This court disagrees, and we will see you at trial. Your court date is going to be December 29th. You are to come with any evidence, witnesses, or arguments that you wish to present regarding the case in chief and any subject matter that you claim. The court at that time will take a further evaluation, whatever claims you are asserting. And in the meantime, the amount of rent that is alleged in the dispossessory warrant, which is loading now, is $2,534, spanning the months of December and November of this year. Do you agree or disagree? Do you agree or disagree that those monies are still owed for those 2 months?
Well, I'm not admitting to the ledger, but to prefer the status quo, I'm willing to pay. But I do want to tell you, Judge, if the case was dismissed and if the satisfied of judgment is on there, it clearly shows you right there the fraud. So if that is what you need to me to pay into the registry, I'll immediately gladly pay that.
So I will make it clear, any money paid in the registry is held in the registry and dispersed to the appropriate party at the conclusion of the case. And so any payment into the registry does not presuppose that they are entitled to that money or will receive that money. Just out of in the interest of clarification, what I can tell you is that if they have accepted any money after the filing of the case, then the case must be dismissed. And so the fact that there was a satisfaction of judgment or a dismissal on a previous case does not necessarily mean that everything was paid in full or that there wasn't an outstanding balance. That money could have been money that was owed for October, for example, but November and December were still owed. And that would be something they would have to prove at trial if they were going to seek those damages from you.
That's absolutely correct.
But in the meantime, thank you for letting me know that's correct. I appreciate that. And in the meantime, the payment of rent into court is going to be the 2 months as alleged, and the order again will designate that all of that money will be held in the registry pending resolution. And so let me zoom in to make sure I can read the tiny font correctly. $12.67 per month. It will be $25.34 with ongoing payments of $12.67 per month every fifth of the month thereafter. It will be in courtroom 1200C. If there are any witnesses that you need to handle any portion of this case, please have them with you present in person. If there are any evidence or any pieces of evidence or exhibits that have not yet been turned in that may need to be addressed, please either have them electronically submitted in advance or have them in a physical or electronic form that can be turned over to the court. So that would be something like a CD, a DVD, or flash drive, as opposed to something still in your photo gallery, just to use an example. And so one of our judges will see you on December 29th. And you should be ready to proceed on any issues that you wish to litigate or need to litigate at that time. Do you have any questions?
The only thing I have to say is, once again, I would like my objection to be noted for the record, because it's
so noted.
Awesome.
All right. I will prepare that rent into court order. Mr. Chung, I'm guessing since you've submitted electronic exhibits, we do have an email address on file for you. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, we will mail that rent into court order for you. That payment will be due by Friday the 26th. And then court will be on Monday the 29th in courtroom 1200C of the DeKalb County Courthouse. That C is in cat or Charlie. And we will see everybody there.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.